You guys here for episode 203. Ooh, we're gonna get across here before this guy blocks me. Please, guy. Please don't block me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. This is a precarious place for me to be. Yeah, this is weird. But this is episode 203 of Genius Take the Wheel. And I am trying to get to the other side of the street from the far other side of the street without pissing off a bunch of people. Okay. So the scientific method being used to power my gains. That's pretty much what the title of this is. And shit. I hope that didn't mess up my stream. Okay. So today I had an assignment that I wanted to. Hey, Staditionalist is here. Thank you, buddy. I just wanted to be sure because I tried to turn off the Bluetooth on my iPhone so that it would not connect to the car or any other device and then mess up my audio. So, okay, so using the scientific method to improve my gains. Okay, so I was kind of at a crossroads today because I didn't know how many reps and sets I was going to do at what weight, because before I went on my deload week, I hit 5 sets of 5 at 245 pounds on the barbell back squat. Now, for reference, understand that in my entire life, I have never worked at any weight above 245 pounds in my life. I did 1 rep in my entire life at 275 pounds, and it was terrible. I don't even know if I really should count it. It was that bad, and it was many years ago. I was working at a chain gym, a popular chain gym here in New York, and I was trying to do anything I could to get the number up, everything except be patient and use, good biomechanics, make sure that everything works the way it's supposed to work. And basically just being patient and trying to lift the optimal way. So obviously I knew I was going to go up. I just didn't know how far I was going to go up because I have never worked at any weight above 245 pounds in my life. And I had only touched something as heavy as 275 once in my life, and it wasn't very good. So I was very afraid of it. I'm coming off of a deload, and I knew that I had to do something to move forward, something. So I set myself up. I had my pre-workout already mixed up the night before. I tried to get enough sleep, enough restful sleep. Try to do everything that I could do so that I would not let fear take over and then not try to do my very best. Well, I decided that I was going to go for 265 pounds, a weight that I've never touched before in my life. And this would be the first time I would actually work at a weight this heavy. Now, have I done a squat motion heavier than this? Yes, but it is much different when you've got a barbell on your back versus if you are using something like a hack squat, where you have no real fear of losing your balance and being crushed by the weight because the machine is doing all of the stability for you. No issues with that. So it was my first time working at 265, and I was afraid. And I know that I'm scared when I'm taking long periods of time to approach the bar, get underneath the bar, and then execute the movement. I know that it's fear. It's a fear-based, how should I say, when I'm basically just putting it off. I forgot the term for that. Damn it. Procrastination. There we go. I found the word. All right. I found the word. So, I'm procrastinating. I did a set of 3 at 225 and then immediately put the 40 pounds on after that and went to 265. And I was just like, well, 225 didn't feel bad today. So let me see, what I got. Let me see what I got. And I ended up not just being successful at moving the weight. It wasn't just that I was successful. It was that I was successful and it felt almost light. That is what surprised me. The first time ever, I'm getting underneath the bar at 265 pounds. And I went into the eccentric phase, slow and controlled, and then blasted out of the bottom of that squat. And I got the first set of 3 done, and then the second set of 3 done, and then I had somebody videotape my third set and just blasted it. I was so surprised by how close to perfect. It wasn't perfect, but how close to perfect my mechanics were on the squat. I was over the moon. Now what changed? Obviously, something changed from how difficult a lot of my squats have been recently versus what I experienced today. I took the same pre-workout, the same dosage, but the experience was unlike. The ease of it. Now, you guys know that I did hit my max test the last Sunday in December on the deadlift at 425, and I was successful. Now, because I was successful in that, I'm moving away from maximum strength on the deadlift and just going into, repping things out to try to get bigger, stronger glutes and hamstrings. And so I lowered the weight to 315, but now I'm doing sets of 7, not sets of 1, 3, and 5. That went stupid easy today. I was surprised by how well my body responded. My body responded so well that after I was done with the deadlift, I went and did the leg extension and went up in weight 3 sets of 5 at 205 at the leg extension machine. And then I did what I normally do on the leg curl machine, which was, to me, very impressive because my hamstrings were already pre-fatigued from the 21 reps of 315 on the deadlift. What was the major difference between today, just wrecking it in different ways that I'm not used to lifting? I wasn't used to lifting 265. I had never done anything close to 265 for reps before. I had not done repped out deadlift at 315 in like 7-8 years. The difference was fasted versus non-fasted training. Normally, on Sundays when I do my heavy squats and heavy deadlifts, I'm getting up early in the morning. Mrs. Evil is headed out to go to work, and Joy Walking hasn't woken up yet. So when I get ready to go, I wash up, I get my lifting bag together, I take my pre-workout, I make sure that I have my electrolyte infused water on standby, and I go in there on an empty stomach. Which is why when I do this stream, I'm all hungry and I'm like, yo, I gotta go home and eat all the food. Well, Joy walking woke up because I was still at home and I should have already been at the gym. And I was taking my sweet time because I was tired. And she says to me, do you want to eat before you go? And I'm like, well, I don't have the time. And then I was like, well, how long will it take for you to make my breakfast? And she says, it'll take 20 minutes. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to go and train. And she's like, well, what if it only takes 10 minutes? And I was like, okay, I can rationalize sticking around for a little bit longer because it would take her 10 minutes to make my breakfast and then somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes for me to eat it. And then it doesn't really feel like I'm wasting so much time where I'm not going to go get a parking spot in a very congested area of the city. Congestion pricing or not. She goes, she makes me the breakfast, and I go to eat it, and then I took my pre-workout, and then I left. And right before I left, I experienced my internal body temperature spike. And I was like, oh, wow, I feel warm. Oh, shit, that's the pre-workout. Already, like, getting into play. And I realized the healthy fats in the food, the protein, just all of the calories. Now I'm in a much better position. I'm not fucking trying to lift the heaviest that I've ever lifted at age 41 and a half years old with no food in my belly. Now, if you guys want to hold me accountable, hold me accountable. I've been telling my clients, don't show up without eating. Right? But at the same time, I understand that I would love to eat very early in the morning before training, but a lot of times they're just not ready to eat. I train a lot of times when I do my lower body training, I'm training at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So 6:30 in the morning, I'm leaving the house at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. The ladies are still sleeping. And I'm not going to bother you like, hey, make my food. No, I'm not like that, you know? When I get home, normally from training, they'll normally have breakfast kind of like waiting for me, when I get home. And so it doesn't really bother them so much, but I'm not going to have them be like, oh, make me a 5-egg omelet at 5 o'clock in the morning when they're still trying to sleep, like that ain't fair to them. So, she offered me the breakfast today, and then I could tell you, like, my body responded so well. My body responded so well from having the nutrients available to me. And I had enough time to absorb the nutrients because, I had to leave the house, go to the garage, leave the garage, drive over, find a parking spot, take a deep breath, then go into the gym and start warming up. I had enough time for my body to feel good, and then everything felt so easy. The 265 that I squatted today was easier than the 245 that I squatted 2 weeks ago, and I'm coming off of a deload, which normally you should not go up in weight directly after a deload. You should kind of like go back to your old weight or a slightly lower weight to kind of get your body adjusted to going back hard again. But the way my warm-up went, I was just like, this is too easy. I'm just going to go because I'm listening to my body, and my body is saying 265 may not be a problem for you other than the fear that you have of the 265. So just kind of having this internal conversation with my body, making sure that I'm going hard enough, but not too hard where I can actually get injured. It was a massive revelation. And now I'm thinking about things and I'm like, damn, I'm probably still going to train fasted on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but should I wait for somebody to, wake up on Sundays before my super heavy day? Because next week, I'm not going to do 3 sets of 3 on the 265 squat. I'm going to do 4 sets of 3. Then the following week, 5 sets of 3. And then switch to 3 sets of 5. Work my way up to 5 sets of 5. And then I'll probably start working at 275 or 280 pounds after I defeat the 25 reps at 265. But my body did not lie today. There was so much power and ease that the fear that I had of hitting this PR that I hit today just melted away. And then when I hit the deadlift, I was like, don't give no fucks. I was repping out. I was just repping it out. What up, zombie cat man? It was so easy. And the only thing you guys have to do when you train is pay attention to the differences in your approach when you train. And then if one approach yields you less gains, then don't use that approach anymore. Or at least cut down on it. At least cut down on the approach where you don't get the best outcomes. And I feel like such a dunce because I've been saying to my clients for years, make sure you eat at least 1 hour before we train. But then I get up and I'm like, well, I got to get my leg day in. Nobody's going to be up to make my breakfast. Fuck it. I'm going to go and train with no food in my belly. And I've gotten good results, but could I have gotten great results if I was fueling myself properly before training? Right? Like a lot of the times when I do my upper body work, I train after eating, and it's usually pretty good. But on my leg days, I usually do it early in the morning with no food in my belly. It's like, how am I going to expect to be at my very, very best and not have my connective tissue degenerating like my tendons were snapped by Thanos and they start fucking turning into dust and floating away? Like, how can I expect the greatest outcomes for my training if I'm not fueling up my body properly like I could, And so, like, I recognize the difference. I am going to be putting the knowledge into action, and at least on the Sundays when I'm doing heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, I'm going to wait until Joy Walking wakes up and, get my breakfast in, and then hit my pre-workout and then go train with nutrients in my system, And, these are some of the things that I think a lot of us do know that we're supposed to do, but we have this and that obstacle, or we have this or that reason why we don't do things the optimal way. But I'm telling you guys, if you want the best outcomes, don't take shortcuts. Pay attention to how you train. Pay attention to the environment that your body is exposed to when you train. Figure out which works best, which makes you feel the best when you train, and what makes you feel like shit. If training every single day, 7 days a week, makes you feel like shit, then don't train 7 days a week. Try 6 days a week. And if you feel a little bit better, but you still feel like shit, then train 5 days a week. If you feel a lot better, but you're curious about how good you could really feel if you go down to 4 days, test that out. Test out training 4 days a week versus training 5 days a week. Choose which one feels better, and then go with that. Develop your program based upon how your body responds the best. And for me, at least on my dreaded heavy Sunday deadlift and squat day, well, what Midmo? What up, buddy? The best outcome that I'm getting My body is telling me if I want to lift the heaviest weight the most amount of times, I need to have my 6-egg omelet or my 5-egg omelet. I need to have that prior to training. And one of the things that I changed about the way that I eat, because I am a little bit worried about my cholesterol intake, is that I've gone from 5 whole eggs to 1 whole egg plus 4 egg whites, and having that be the basis of the omelet. And let me tell you, it tastes a lot better. It tastes a lot better. I am losing a little bit of protein, but I am making up for that with other sources of protein, like chicken and fish, the occasional burger, a protein bar, Dymatizes ISO 100. Mason DeMayo, what up, buddy? You're over here on the DEG side. Good to see you. Good to see you on this side. And we normally see you on the podcast side of things. You're showing up on the driving stream side of things. Basically, what we're talking about is use the scientific method to enhance your training, to enhance the results that you get, to make yourself feel better. Figure out the environment that your body needs to train at its most optimal, and then go with it. So I hit a nasty squat PR. So easy. I felt like, damn, I could have squatted. I could have tried. What? I'm starting to think like, damn, could I have done 275? Could I have broken my all-time high? Could I have hit 285, 295? Could I have hit a 300-pound squat today? I probably could have, at least for 1 rep. But again, I got to listen to my body. I got to follow the process. I can't jump the gun. I'm still rehabbing my left quad tendon. But 21 easy reps at 315 on a deadlift, just banging them out. Crushing the squat. Now I'm actually going to look forward to next Sunday's squat. But I just hope that Joy Walking will be at home and will be awake to make my breakfast. So I can get that that outcome. Again, like, that was really, really awesome. I'm about to go home and get my post-workout meal in. I'm going to eat the carbohydrates I didn't eat before today's training. And I'm going to have chicken and vegetables and mass gainer. And then have dinner later on, and then see, how well I feel after that. I'm going to be really paying attention to how well I'm able to recover, because I actually did the leg extension after the deadlift, and then after I did the leg extension, I did the leg curls after that. I don't normally do that. Like, once I warm myself up through the squat and then go through the working weight and then warm up the deadlift and do the working weight, that's usually the end of my training. But I had so much energy left over because I actually fucking ate before I trained, like I know I'm supposed to. And it just be the shit you already know you're supposed to do. Don't cut corners, man. Don't cut corners. I'm so happy with what I was able to achieve today. And the only thing that I really need are good women who are happy to make my food every day. Let me check out some of these comments before I get up out of here. Sedition is reminding me that the stream is working. Thank you, buddy. Better safe than sorry, though. Fear can be a good thing. I do agree with that. I think I did a live stream on that in 2024 about using fear to your advantage in your training. Sedition also says better to be afraid to get crushed under a bar. How do you do that at the gym? Do you ask random people to spot, and do you spot randoms in return? Oh, let me tell you, man, I am one of the most willing spotters on planet Earth. I love making sure that people are safe when they train, like especially on the bench press. You guys have no idea how light the bar has to be to take your life if you drop it on your throat. You don't need to have 300 pounds on the bar to take your life on a bench press. It can be as light as 95 pounds. You lose control, motor control, or you lose your focus while you're lifting, or you use the improper grip and it slips off the heel of your palm and lands on your throat. You can be seriously injured, maimed, or removed from the census. If somebody has 10 pounds on each side of a barbell and they ask me for a spot, I am not going to complain or protest. Oh, you could do it. Nope. Better safe than sorry. When I bench press, my bench press 1RM right now, calculated by my 3 and 5 rep 1RM, is somewhere between 275 and 285 pounds right now. If the bar was 65 pounds, I'm going to grab a spotter. I don't care what anybody thinks about me asking for a spotter on a lightweight. If you think that I'm weak and you want to make fun of me and you don't want to help me, bye. I'm going to ask somebody else for help. But I will never be that guy. Anybody ask me for assistance in the gym, I'm jumping to it. Anything that is going to allow somebody to keep working as hard as they fucking can, I got your back. I don't care how light it is, or, oh, you got that. You could just, nope. Anybody ask me for help gets it in the gym. Did I ask for help on this squat? No. Why did I not ask for help on this squat? Because I did the math through my warm-up. I warmed up with just the bar. I warmed up at 135. I hit another warm-up set at 185. I hit another warm-up set at 225. And I listened to my body. So when I put the extra 40 pounds on the bar, I was just like, there is a bit of a fear, but this shit is feeling real easy today. Now, if I was going to go for 315, I would go grab 2 spotters. Because if you fail at the bottom of the squat and lean forward, the bar can kill you if the bar rolls forward on your neck. Having 1 spotter behind you a lot of the times is not going to stop your forward momentum. So you need 2 people to spot you on a really heavy squat. And you need a guy that will be standing, you need a guy standing on your right perpendicular to the bar, and you need a guy standing to your left perpendicular to the bar and ready to catch the bar on each side to become your rack. Because if you start leaning forward and you can't drop the bar back anymore, the guy behind you can't do anything but basically follow you to the ground and then watch you die. You know, so I knew based upon how I warmed up, my rate of perceived exertion, or RPE, was very low at a weight that is supposed to be giving me a moderate to high RPE at that rep range. So I was afraid of it only because I had never done it before, but my body sent me the message that you're gonna cream this shit. And I fucking wrecked that squat today. But I only wrecked it because I've got good women in my life that want to make sure that my belly is full and I'm satisfied. All right, guys, like, so that's how I was able to navigate that with somewhat minimal fear. He says, breakfast is the most difficult meal to get in consistently, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people really do struggle to eat breakfast. I struggle to eat food. So I don't like eating food unless the hunger pain hits me, and then I'm ready to eat. And a lot of times when I wake up, I'm not ready to eat. I'm usually in a bad mood because I'm awake and I'd rather be asleep. But, if I train really, really hard, that really does increase my appetite, and that allows me to eat more food. So we got a Porsche Taycan going past. No, that was not the Taycan. That was the Panamera. That was a Panamera 4. Zombie Cat's here. Everybody's checking in and all of that. Cops headed somewhere. Yep, they're always headed somewhere. That's halfway why I prefer the Smith machine. I seldom, if ever, have a spotter. I just think that you just need to kind of pare back how much you squat and really pay attention to your squat mechanics and how good it feels on your ankles, knees, and hips. Making sure that you're able to keep your chest up, making sure that you're not bending, you're not bowing at your lower back. Learn how to do the free bar squat. Just, check your ego at the door and lift a little bit lighter with more reps so that you can really feel that pain in your glutes and quads. And then when you are able to know that, at this weight, I could do it 10 times. And that if you go up 20 or 30 pounds, you could do it for 3 or 4 reps or 5 reps. So do the math, pay attention to your body. You do not have to be relegated to using the Smith machine. You only need to pay attention to what your body responds to the best. Medmo goes on to say, it's another thing when you're training with virtually no other people there to even ask for a spot. Well, in the context of the bench press, if you don't have a spotter, what movement is very similar to the bench press that you can do? Oh shit, you can go grab some fucking dumbbells. Hey, I wanted to bench press 225 today. Okay. Go grab the 90 or the 95 pound dumbbells and then hoist those motherfuckers. At least if you fail, you can throw them away from you. Right? There's so many ways that you can use different modalities to get the same or a better stimulus to reach your goals. Right? You don't have to do dangerous stuff if there's nobody there to back you up. That's not necessary. Go use something else that will allow you to put the pressure on the muscle group that you're going there to train, and do so safely. Right? Like the adjustment is usually pretty minor, and you can get the same, near the same, or even more effective stimulus from using other modalities in the same movement range. Midmo says that's how it said, the Smith machine is decent because it got multiple spots to re-rack the weight and save yourself from getting crushed. That's how I meant it can be used wisely to supplement the lack of spotters. But the thing is, I gotta tell you, like, if you're a bodybuilder, this goes just for bodybuilders who don't care about strength or any of that stuff. This is specifically for bodybuilders, right? You're probably, in most cases, going to be better off just using the Smith machine if you could put your feet in the proper position, in the proper placement, and either, because there's different ways to place your feet on the Smith machine to either target your quads primarily or to target your glutes primarily. You find the position that allows you to target and then punish and torture the target muscle group, and just rep that shit out. Right? That's for the bodybuilders. Okay? The Smith machine, is that the leg press against the big plate? No, that's the leg press machine. The Smith machine looks like a squat rack on a track. That's what the Smith machine is, okay? Right? The hack squat is a machine that looks like a full squat, but it actually has shoulder pads where you get locked into one position, and then you do the whole squat motion on the track. The hack squat machine is different from the Smith machine, is different from the leg press machine, which is why I do all three of them. Tuesday is my leg press day, Thursday is my hack squat day, and Sunday is my free bar squat day. Okay? So the hack squat is not the leg press. The leg press is not the hack squat. All right? All right. So for everybody else who is not a bodybuilder, do not rely on, and I said the word rely. I didn't say that you should never use the Smith machine. What I am saying is you should not rely on the Smith machine for your squat motion, because if you are a person that wants to be healthy and strong, you need to have a free bar on your back. Because when you use the squat, when you use the hack squat, the leg press, and the Smith machine, the stability is done for you by the machine. Kratos, what up, buddy? Good to see you. Wow, we got all of the list of the usual suspects here. It's good to see you guys supporting. Guys, you need to do the free bar squat and master it if you want to be stable and strong, because you need to be in a position where you increase your capacity, not just for the target muscle group, not just the prime mover to be bigger and or stronger, but all of the muscles that support the prime movers, the secondary movers, and the ancillary stabilizers. You need to make sure that you are constantly training those muscles, because when you leave the gym, your body works as a complete system, as an organism, not individual isolated organelles. So you don't want to have let's just talk about the quads, since we're talking about squats here today, right? You don't want to have super strong quads, but weak glutes, weak hamstrings, weak adductors or abductors, weak calves, weak tibialis anterior, and all of those muscles that make up how you stabilize with your feet and ankles. You don't want to be in a situation where you worked on the quad so much that you didn't work on all the stuff that supports the quads in your movement, so that when you go out into real life and you need to actually perform an athletic movement for whatever reason, you're not able to do it because you didn't train everything as a system. You isolated a muscle just for the size. So if you are not a professional bodybuilder working with a coach that you paid a lot of money to, who makes sure that you know your program is on point, if you are not a pro bodybuilder, you need to have the barbell back squat in your program, somewhere in your program, or a front-loaded barbell squat, or a kettlebell / dumbbell goblet squat. You need some form of free squat, because it is the most important movement you will ever do. If you train in the gym once a week and you only have 20 minutes to train once a week, and you can only do one movement, it should be a squat. It's that important. Incidentally speaking, from a personal perspective, what is my least favorite lift? The squat. I hate squatting. I mean, now I'm looking forward to it because I'm like, oh shit, I could be really good at this. I think I'm actually going to hit my goal of squatting 315. And I'm really, really excited by that prospect. What is that, 140 kilos? I'm really, really excited because that is one of my lifetime long-term goals. I never had a goal beyond 315 pounds in the squat, and I'm getting so close to smashing that shit. That's going to happen probably by July of this year. I'm going to hit 315 on the squat in a 1 rep max test. But I hate squatting. I don't enjoy it. But I have to do it because it's that important. Kratos says, that gym we looked up, DEG, oh goodness, those machines are leagues better than Planet Fit. Yeah, hello. I could have told you that. I looked at the overview of that gym that I recommended to you, and I was instantly like feeling pangs of jealousy, like, damn, I wish I could work out at that gym. But I'm not willing to go to St. Louis or wherever the fuck you live to go there. Ben, Kratos, show up at the gym, be thankful that they don't charge large sums of money to use the level of equipment that they have at your gym. Use that shit, please. I may reach my old leg press max weight again there. Yes, you will. You will go beyond it. As long as you show up every week, you listen to your body, you optimize the training that you do based upon how your body feels. It's going to get better. Midro says, I'm about to maybe join the Anytime Fitness here in town where I live. Got to go check it out first. So yeah, make sure they got high level machines in there. Panada is my favorite. Anyway, I'm getting up out of here. I got to go and eat more food. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know you guys are always hanging out with me on the Filthy Casual MMA Watch Party. I got some great videos coming up on TSP, y'all. I got some videos coming up, guys. I can't wait to get your opinions of the videos that I've already recorded. They just need thumbnails and editing and a description and a title and the whole bit. I'm telling you, on TSP, we already got some great videos already recorded. I got a video about liberal policies like congestion pricing that was just implemented last Sunday here in New York. We got a conversation between myself and Captain Paul talking about Fox Sports 1 and Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor. I got another video talking about the Joy Taylor situation that I think that you guys are really gonna like. And then I have the video that I just recorded in the car before I did this live stream. Make sure you watch that shit. Oh my God. And you'll know because I'll be here in this hat and this shirt. Guys, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to upload. As a matter of fact, I'm going to release one of the videos as soon as I get upstairs. So guys, get ready. Very interesting videos coming out on TSP. I've got more ideas of what to do here on DEG. I will be back here streaming on Tuesday morning. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting. I really love y'all. You guys always show the love. I really appreciate all of y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'm rooting for all of y'all. Please, I know that you guys are strong because you guys do the hard work every day. Let's get these gains, y'all. See you later.